Live with the Creativity Cave. I'm Dina Rico, and I am your sunshine on this dark evening. No matter, well, actually, I suppose if you're in California, it's not dark yet, but pretty much everywhere else, it's pretty dark. Not loving the daylight savings, but I will still be able to shine even if it's dark outside. I am super excited to see you guys. And just got to get my lips on here. Give me a sec. Got to stay in the lines. It is rainy here too, Kathy. It's been, well, you and I aren't that far apart, but we have needed this rain really bad. So I'm kind of excited about the rain, and I love that it finally feels like fall outside. We've had kind of a warm fall here, and it's been very dry. So it's wonderful that it's rained kind of all day yesterday here, and then on and off today. And I think more is coming. So that's good news. But I am super excited. We have been just a flurry of activity here at the Creativity Cave because we have some super fun stuff happening this week. First off, the Reindeer Fun Stamp Camp Extravaganza. I love the name. I came up with it. It's going out this week. There's still time to get registered. So if you haven't already, just go ahead and register. There should be a link in the description of this video, and we would love to have you join the fun. The projects are just mwah. They are amazing. I'm so proud of us. We put together the kind of the finalized projects last week? I don't know. Whenever we were at Barb's, it feels like it was a few days ago, but it also feels like it was a year ago. But we had such a good time, and oh my gosh, you guys, the projects are just so great. And I also have a team retreat this week. So I have members of my team flying, driving. I don't think anybody's like walking. I guess that would be me. I'll walk here. But I'm super excited to have them come here and just to have a wonderful time together. We've been working on putting together all kinds of little happies, so that's exciting. My nails aren't red. You know what? Actually, they're not. They are kind of a pebbled path color. And I actually like to go outside of the hot pink and red in the fall. That's when you'll see. I was like, these aren't dark enough, but I do like them. They've grown on me. I have a little variety in the colors of my nails from time to time, but I am kind of a hot pink girl most of the time. Red a little, but I do like the hot pink. It probably looks red on camera. Anyway, thank you for noticing. They match my jacket almost. My jacket's blue and my nails are really more like pebbled path, but from a distance, yes, it does kind of look like that. So I would say my jacket is, I feel like it's been an in color at some point. Not really Baja Breeze. Wait, was that a color? Yeah, not Baja Breeze. I don't know. Anyway. Kay, it looks like your name is Kay. Oh, I bet that's Kay Nestor. I too would like a distraction from the elections. For those of you who aren't in the US, I'm sure you know we have an election tomorrow, and I have been seeing this thing about saying a prayer at 6 o'clock tonight. Honestly, I've been praying so much. Oh my gosh. I really, I have been praying a lot about this election, praying for my children's future, praying for our country, praying for my nerves. Oh my goodness. There's just so much, so crazy, such an insane time in our country. And I know people have opinions, and we are not going to talk about them tonight because this is a happy place. But I will say, oh, if you know what I mean. All right. But because it is a happy place, we are going to talk about happy things like stamping, like card challenge winners, like watercoloring because let's just be honest, that's my happy place. We're going to watercolor tonight. I thought it was a good time to watercolor. And also new products that launch tomorrow. Yay! So I'm very, very, very excited about being here with you and sharing some happiness in your life because you can't get that in a lot of places, and we're gonna have it tonight. So I'm happy. I'm happy that I could be with you guys, and I hope you're happy to just have a little break from reality because that is what we are here for, is a little break from reality, right? That's what stamping is so wonderful for. I read a thing, gosh, recently, I don't know where it was, but it talked about doing something with your hands is very therapeutic. So much more than like scrolling on your phone. I know you might think you're doing that with your hands, but creating something, whether, and it does not matter if it's like copying something or conjuring it up on your own, just creating is so therapeutic for you. And I know that one of the things I have done so much through this is watercolor. I mean, card making for sure, but that's like my day job. So watercoloring is like my escape. And I love, so I don't think this is going to surprise you too much that I have a hard time like relaxing, like really chilling out, because I'm always, you know, when you own your own business, you're always really focused on what you need to do because it's generally speaking just me here operating this whole business of mine. But I really find that when I have time, sorry, I'm cleaning up my desk because I realized I didn't really do that yet. When I'm constantly worrying about what I need to do the next day, or what things I have coming up, or what projects I have to plan for, or you know what stuff is getting shipped out, or what stuff we have to prep for, I like to just have an opportunity to not think about that. And the best way to do that for me is to do something else. And I can't sit very well and just like watch TV or read a book. Oh my gosh, I can't read a book much these days. I'm really good at it if I'm on a beach, but I struggle with it. Maybe during the winter it would be better. I always feel pressured to do other stuff. I don't generally feel pressured to do housework, though I wish I did because my house could use it. But there's cleaning ladies for that, thank heavens. That's one thing that my job pays for, so I like that. And it will be the very last thing I ever get rid of in life. It's my cleaning ladies, bless their hearts. So anyway, I find that watercoloring is really relaxing for me, so I love doing that. And I find that sometimes the most relaxed that I get is when I'm not doing anything really specific, like I don't have a certain project. I am just painting things, and I love that. In fact, for those of you who are in Watercolor Happy, I do have exciting stuff. I just kind of got to get through this week because we have so much going on this week. But when I'm next week, we have some very exciting things coming up that I cannot wait to share for you. And it is so much about this stuff. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with my Watercolor Happy participants. And if you're not a Watercolor Happy participant, you can be. I still have boxes of supplies left, and I would love to send them to a happy new home. Sorry, still cleaning. Still cleaning my little desk mess. And I also have online only version. It is just, it's a glorious event that I am just really proud of what we put out. And so if you are in Watercolor Happy and you're not, say, caught up, no judgment, but I will just tell you, now is the time to really get into it. I think it will be therapeutic for everybody who might need a little something to take your mind off of the rest of the insanity of the world. So anyway, enough about that. A few things. I've got some cards to share from my mailbox. I've got a bundle to give away to a lucky participant. Oh, good. Here are I got my tickets right here. And then of course we're going to stamp. Yay. Okay, so let me actually, I've seen a few questions come in, so let me answer them. One was, how is Carl? And he is pretty good. Um, I would say that he is having a bit of homesickness, but he's doing pretty good. He took a week off of working out, which I think was really good for him. He's had a bone bruise on his foot from running a race without a shoe, and it really bummed him out because he couldn't run in his conference meet, which he was pretty sad about, I think. But he got to go to the Iowa State cross country meet and the conference meet for his conference in college, which was last weekend, which was really fun. He had a great time and got to see his old high school friends, and he got to watch our local girls team won state, which was really exciting. And then he got to watch his conference team or his teammates run in the conference meet, which was in South Dakota. It was actually at the school that he did not go to, the one he was picking between North Dakota and South Dakota. It was at that one. So anyway, he had a good time. He actually is so sweet. He called me a couple times this weekend. He said he missed me. So but we're going to see him for Thanksgiving. He's not coming here. We are going up to Minneapolis for Thanksgiving to be with my sister's family, which is what we typically do. And then he's coming home for Christmas. And the funny thing is, he said to me, could you send me my flight information? So I had to laugh because he needed my flight or his own flight information. I know I emailed it to him the day we got his ticket, but anyway. So that just kind of makes me giggle because he's just silly. So, and then this is really funny. You guys are going to love this. So him and his roommates are going to live together again next year, and they are looking for a place to live, and they want to live in a house, I think. And so he said they looked at a couple places, and he's like, one was really bad. And I thought, yeah, college boys are not what you would call clean. So that kind of cracked me up. And then the other one was something about the landlord would come in and check. I think there must be like a ordinance or something about how many people can live in a rental in Fargo, and I don't know for sure, but this is what it sounds like based on what he was saying. And the landlord was the one they toured. The landlord said he would just drop in and check on him. And I said, well, I'm sure it's to make sure that there's not like 8 guys living in a place that's only supposed to have 4 people. And so we had a kind of, I had a giggle about it. I'm like, oh, how's that for adulting? So anyway, that was kind of fun. And then, this is so sweet, you guys. Oh my gosh. So my Ella, I don't know if I told you guys this or not. She and her boyfriend are adopting a rescue dog. They're actually fostering it right now. Sorry, my nose is itching. And they've had it for, I think, a couple weeks. They got the dog while we were in Wyoming. And it's a bull terrier something mutt. It's just a mixture of a bunch of things. And they found it in Louisiana somewhere. It was a stray, and they think it's about 2, or they think she is about 2. And so we met her this weekend is what I'm trying to say. My husband and we got to meet her, and it's both sweet and heartbreaking at the same time. So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I don't like dogs really. I don't like dogs much at all. I kind of like my dogs, but I don't like other people's dogs. I will tolerate my sister's dog. It's just a little dog. We met Barb's son's dog, and I was a little scared of it, to be honest, because it is, I don't know, it was kind of bitey. Not like it hurt bite, but like his dog is such a puppy still, so I get it. But anyway, this dog is so sweet. Her name is Summer, which I think is just cute. But oh my gosh, I just wanted to cry. She's got like in her snout, there's like a big scar, and in her leg, there's a really big scar, like that long. Like we're talking like a break in the fur. Really, really sad. And I think it's either from barbed wire or some like living on the streets by yourself. So anyway, she's really skittish, but we had treats and of course she liked us. She's not super comfortable yet. She's still thinking, I think she's still getting used to Ella's house and life at the house, but she has heartworm, so they're getting treated. She's getting treated, which is why they're fostering her. So they're fostering her through her treatment, but she can't get riled up. So she has to be like calm. And this poor sweet dog, you can just tell will be so much fun once she's kind of calmed down and everything. But I had to laugh because, you know, Ella's grown up with a dog, but she's never been like the sole responsible party for a dog before. So it was really funny. The first night, everything was great. And then the second night, they woke up to like, let's just say a lot of poo in her kennel. And she said she thought she came to them really bloated because she was pooping like 5 times a day. And I'm sure that's true because when you're not comfortable with your surroundings. Anyway, it was just so sweet to see this dog. So she's lost weight, I think, from pooping so much. But they love her so much, you guys. I mean, so much. It's just sweet. She keeps saying she doesn't want to have kids. I'm going to hope. Say more prayers. But she called me grandma to the dog, you know? And I was like, and I was prepared for that, but then hearing her say it out loud, I think there's more gray hair right here now. Anyway, that was kind of crazy. But I'm really proud of them. They are doing really a great job taking care of this dog, making sure that they follow all of the directions to keep her calm, to do her medication and everything. And Ella was showing me how she fills up these things that she freezes and all the stuff she puts in them. But you guys, do you want to know what she put in there? Oh my gosh, I still can't handle this. It was really funny. So it's like a Kong, but it's something else. It's I can't remember what hers was called. It's because it's like I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. But she put like kibble in it and then like different treats, and she opened this bag of salmon treats and she was like, whoa, that smells bad. But then to put it in the top, hanging in the top, like sticking out of this thing, was a chicken foot, like a foot. It was just like, oh my gosh. So literally this thing she puts in the freezer, and it's like, you know, it's a good treat to like, they have to lick it down. There's a chicken claw coming out of it. Like, oh my gosh. I just couldn't believe it. So anyway, that was super gross. I'm like, you didn't like the smell of the salmon treats, but you are like literally fondling a chicken foot. Gross. Let's just say we have not given our dogs a chicken foot ever. They have had some other things. Like, do you know what a beef pizzle stick is? I will just tell you, it was the topic of a video of many years ago. You might remember. Oh. It's like a cactus, but not. Anyway, yes, a police stick. But it says pizzle on the thing. And I, of course, did not know what that meant. But then I learned. Yes, you're welcome. Also, my dogs love them. But it is really funny. Anyway, I just have to giggle. The things we do for dogs. And they smell bad when they're eating them, but they really like them. So anyway, it's a whole thing. And if you are not a dog lover, I'm really sorry about this whole conversation because I know it's not for everybody. But anyway, I just am proud of my daughter and how she's doing with this dog. And I hope that the dog will love me when she's you know, kind of settled in. I feel like she's settled a lot more than she had been, but it's clear she had a rough start of things. And I hope she'll be okay. So anyway, she seems super sweet. She did not bark the whole time we were there. And when she did get excited, it was really cute. She ran to her bed to calm down, which I thought was really cute. And then she really liked, she can do sit, she can do shake, and she can do down, kind of like lay down. But it was really cute. She kept offering to shake because she knows a treat comes if she does it. So I thought that was pretty sweet. All right, so anyway, let's get started with some stuff here. First off, I've got a drawing for our prize. I just got to grab my friend's mug. And we had our card challenge last month, all month long. And then this month, we're going to do a new challenge. It's going to be our first-ish card. I say that because we're going to start our second card and then let it dry and then come do our first card. So anyway, so we had a bunch of people to participate. Melanie Foy, Susan Mises, I think that I'm saying that right, Anna Gherkin, Linda Miller, Mary Schneck, Anna Rebedow, Joyce Harding, Susan Ryan, Teresa Brown, Shanna Leutz, Courtney Ostendorp, Mary Romaletti, I think is how you say that, Cynthia Gavin, Diana Marr, Natalie Jonathas, Jean Maxwell, and Lori Severud. Okay, oops, one fell out. Let me get that in. Don't want to miss one of these tickets. All right, so everybody who participated is entered into the drawing. I think everybody here is from the U.S. If you're from not the U.S., I can't send you a bundle, but I can send you something from my PDF store. So anyway, I'm going to jingle up my tickets, and who do we have here? Susan Mises. I hope I'm saying that right, Susan. I know I've asked you that before, but I can't remember. Anyway, Susan, I have a couple of bundles for you to choose from, so I will drop you, I'm pretty sure I've got your email, so I'll drop you a message and you can pick. Congratulations. Thank you so much for participating. I hope the rest of you who are watching here will participate in this week's. It's a crazy easy card to create. And so if you don't participate, there's no excuse. It's really going to be easy. So I hope you will join us. I will have all the stuff posted tomorrow on the Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group, so you can watch for that. All right, so next up, oh, I should probably turn my thing around because I have cards to share. I've got a bunch of cards to share with you. So let me flip my camera. I actually meant to do that a minute ago. Okay, so there we are. Still jiggling. I have gotten just a whole bunch of really sweet cards, so I wanted to share these with you. So this one is so fun. This is from Sherry, who's on my team, and actually I'm going to see her this weekend. And this is such a cute card. This features, there's a set of dies that you can get. Here's mine. It's a paper pumpkin set of dies. And, oh, actually mine says Mary. The hooray is from the last round of them. But anyway, these are dies that they offer and they coordinate with the quarterly boxes. So these will be for the upcoming quarter's worth of boxes. You can get them if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. If you're not, you have to be. So there you go. Anyway, she made this really cute card. And I loved how she die cut this fern out of the DSP, like the pattern paper, which I wouldn't think of doing normally. And then of course we've got the beautiful zinnias. So I thought that was fun. And then this is the this is like the label, and I'm pretty sure this is some of that zinnia paper too. So it's really cute. So anyway, and she just wrote me just the sweetest notes. So thank you so much, Sherry. I appreciate you so much. Next up, I got a little Hocus Pocus card. This cutie patootie came from one of my team members, Tanya, and she's just the best. She even decorated the backside of her card, which I thought was kind of extra and awesome. So thank you so much, Tanya. I appreciate you thinking of me. And here's a fun card. This one came from, yep, Dolly. And she was inspired by a color combination that I did recently in a live. And I love this card. So fun. Just, you know, smearing ink on the background of some cardstock makes for a fantastic card. So thank you so much for that, Dolly. I appreciate it. Then a gal on my team, Jill, is just the sweetest. She sent me, and actually, you know what? Do I still have my tickets? I do. I can draw another name because she sent me some prizes that I can share. So I've got an Unbounded Love bundle and another stamp set. So I'm going to draw 2 more names. Okay. So the first one is Joyce Harding. So awesome for Joyce. And then the next one is, and if you have this, Joyce, you can have the stamp set. And then if you don't have it, you'll get the bundle. How's that? And then next up we have Teresa Brown. So Teresa will get whatever Joyce didn't choose because I drew her name second. How's that? Now I need to like keep track of this so I don't forget. That's the whole thing, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna stick these on this piece of paper, and these are the extras. So so anyway, so thank you, Jill, for sending some extras to share. I love sharing extras. Okay. All right, and then I'll email you guys for all of this. And if you don't hear from me, reach out because, like I said, I've got a really busy week. Okay, so that was super sweet of Jill. So thank you so much, Jill. And then she also sent some really pretty cards. So let me share them with you. And they're not used, so I can use them. So isn't that fun? A beautiful Christmas card. And look at this fun one. This is with our, what is this called? Petal Park, maybe. I can't remember. So cute. And here's kind of the same thing, but with some different colors. And then this little fun card with like a little gift card holder pocket. Such cute cards. And then this little birdhouse one. So sweet. And then this one. So that was just such a fun little treat. So thank you so much, Jill. I appreciate it so much. That was just so kind of you. All right. Then I've got some more cards. This one is from Greta, who's on my team. And she is just the best. So thank you so much, Greta. I also have a beautiful card from another member of my team. And I love the house with the leaves. So fun. And this one is from Melissa, who's the best. Now, are you guys ready for this? This is a blast from the past, and I am totally loving this one. So how fun is this? This is when Pacific Point was an in color. It's been a while, but so fun. And I think this was, I want to say this green was like Lucky Limeade. I'm pretty sure. It was a great color. I loved it. Anyway, so this one came from Alora. She's just the best. So thank you so much, Alora. I think this is adorable. And oh, it was just so fun to open your card. So I appreciate it. All right. Then I got this really sweet card from Joan. And she is just a pro. She was telling me she makes many cards for the Minneapolis VA hospital. And so far she's donated, are you guys ready for this? 582 cards this year. That's like a lot of cards. So I thought that was really, really cool. So Joan, thank you so much for sending me this card. And I will tell you, my uncle died quite a few years ago now, but he died of ALS. And he was in the VA system in Minneapolis, and they were so good to him. The VA took incredibly good care of him. He really, ALS is just the worst. And so That is really cool that you do this. So thank you for making cards for the VA. I am certain they appreciate it. All right, so then I got another really cute card. How fun is this? This is the bundle. I think we used this last week, the More Than Autumn. So cute. And this was from Cindy saying thank you for the card I sent her. You're welcome. I love that. Here's another beautiful fall card. Isn't this the best? This is from another member of my team, Anne. She is really an incredible stamper and just so sweet. So thank you so much for that, Anne. Another really fun card. Look at this. I love it. It's just kind of a different little fold, and I think it's so fun. So thank you so much for this. This is from Lynn, and that is just super sweet. And then last but not least, oh, I almost lost one of my stickies. Last but not least is this cutie patootie card. Isn't this fun? This is from our kits collection, and this is from actually one of my uplines from Stampin' Up. So, so anyway, I wanted to share this with you because I just think it's so cute, and the envelope coordinates and everything. So how fun is that with the bamboo on there? So anyway, thank you all so much for spreading a little happiness in my mailbox. Now, a couple of these cards are thank you cards for cards we've sent with our Sending Sunshine and Rainbows Facebook group, which I'm just going to mention real briefly. It is a group where you can nominate people to receive cards, and our group will send cards to those recipients for a variety of reasons. Sometimes they're ill, sometimes they're sympathy cards, sometimes they're just birthdays, like 100 birthday. We just had one. So a whole variety of reasons. Anyway, if you would like to be a part of that group and send cards or nominate somebody, we would love to have your nominations. And you can also join our rack list, which is a birthday list where you can add your name to the list. You just need to email me to join, and we'll add you. And of course, we want you to send cards to people whose birthdays are coming up. So we put a list out every month, and you can send as many cards as you want. We don't have any like special rules. I don't have the time to be able to manage any of that, but we just say, please share your love of card making with others. I know many of you have cards that you've maybe made but haven't sent, and this is a really great way to do it and share your love of paper crafting with others who appreciate it. So we would love to have you be a part of that group. Like I said, it is called Sending Sunshine and Rainbows. The link is in the description of this video. Okay, so a few things to talk about today. First off, I have a new class. The Utterly Adorable class is coming at the end of this month, and it's with our brand new online exclusives, which go live to customers tonight late. I think 1 a.m. Or maybe midnight Mountain Time, but don't quote me on that if you stay up. It's just coming. There you go. Anyway, we have super duper cute cards made with this set, and we're also using the So Swirly embossing folder. It is going to be so much fun, so I hope you'll join us for that. Also, I have a new host code. I haven't gotten it up on my blog yet today just because it's been so busy. So if you use the old code, that's fine, but it's going to go away probably tomorrow. So this is the new code, ZEY4BWG9. Today, we're going to make some cards, and you can get a free card kit when you spend $50 in my online store, as well as my brand new Nests of Winter All-Star Video Class Bundle PDF. These projects are so cool. Anyway, this is a really fun bundle and so many great cards. I made a shaker card and I love it. So anyway, I hope you will join us for this. You can get this for $15 also, or like I said, free with a $50 purchase, plus the pre-cut cardstock from today's project, or projects, I should say. And then you can also get a free embellishment if you spend $75 or more. And we will be getting these awesome adhesive backed heart sequins. That is my free gift for this week. They are gold and fabulous. We're going to use them in our projects today. So you have all week to get these through Sunday I'm not sure what day Sunday is. Maybe the 12th. I'm not positive. So anyway, there you go. Super excited about that. As I mentioned, Watercolor Happy is still open and available, but it will be closing soon. I'm going to say by the end of the month. I'm going to close the doors for a while. It will open up again later. But it was just, it's just wonderful. Great way to escape life these days. As mentioned, online exclusives, they go live starting tomorrow to customers, or late tonight, however you want to look at it, especially depending on where you are in the world, I guess I should say. If you're in the South Pacific, tomorrow is already happening right now, and they're live there. Anyway, our online exclusives contain a bunch of really fun things. There is this beautiful suite of products, which is called the Marbled Elegance. It includes the Heart of Elegance bundle, which we're going to use today. It also includes the Marbled Elegance 12 by 12 specialty paper. It's got gorgeous gold foiling in it, as well as some twisted gold thread and those adhesive backed sequins. And then there's also some gift bags in here that are really cute. There's 2 sizes, and they're lots of fun, to very easy to decorate and have fun with. So those are going to be great. We also have, this is not part of the suite, but it's just on here, the Happy Hibiscus bundle. It's beautiful. And then there's also some other products. Would you like to see them, or do you want me to just get to the stamping? Because I realize we're already a ways into this deal. I do have to show you this. This is one of the products. Now, when you look at this, what do you see? It's called the Modern Herringbone, but I see something else. Okay, what do you guys see? Let me know if this looks like herringbone or something else. And then I'm seeing lots of votes for scene, so we will go through them relatively quick. Ooh, someone said film. That's actually a great guess. Ooh, snake. That's also a really good guess. Okay. But I have to say, Cheryl got it. It's a tire. This is a tire. This is tire tread. Right? You emboss this in gray or black, and it's a tire. But I guess it's herringbone. We can go with that. I don't know. I'm struggling with this one. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, but there's some really cool things. Let me give you a few examples. So there's the cake celebrations. Or actually the dies I have in here. So there's really fun dies. So what I love about this is you can build up layers of cake, but then these other images you can use, I think I'll use them for just fun and different textures and different things. And then there's, of course, all the dies that cut them out. And same thing, there's little pieces you can add. I don't know about you, but I watch cake decorating reels, and I feel like I'm a professional, even though I've never done it. I feel like I could do it, though. So I'm kind of excited about that one. Then we have the Classic Wedding bundle, which is a stamp set of this cute little, vehicle leaving, the just married, with the cans and all the things. So this is super fun. I'm not going to take the time to open the dies. Sorry. I hope you'll understand. Then we've got the Pretty Petals bundle, which I think has a lot of possibilities. I love it already because it's like watercolor. And it's real simple. It's not a huge set. I think it's a pretty inexpensive bundle, so it'll be great to see this. Of course, again, all this stuff is going to be on the website tomorrow. Then we have the Sharing, Loving, Crafting. And this is a stamp set that's got the Angel Policy stamp that you can use in it. And then it's got some fun things that you can stamp. Like, I love this, happiness inside. So that's perfect to stamp on a card, or crafted with you in mind, I think is something sweet you could put on the back of a card. And I love this just to brighten your day. Oh, that is so perfect right now. Again, you could stamp that on an envelope. And then Sharing What I Love, Loving What I Do. This is kind of our Stampin' Up. It's part of our Statement of the Heart with Stampin' Up, so I think that's kind of fun. Then there's this cute card called Perfect Pairs. We go together like salt and pepper. You complete me, and then there's like a little puzzle piece. Or we go together like milk and cookies. And then there's the little cow that you can decorate the milk.
So anyway, just super fun. I think this is adorable. And you can put the little face on the salt and pepper shakers or on the milk. I don't know. It's very, very, very cute. Then we've got the Umbrella Days, and this is a really cute bundle. Probably for more springtime, but I think it's a great one. First of all, finally a dog that looks like my dog. I identify with this dog. But so sweet. We've got like the little kid with the galoshes on, and then the adult with the umbrella, and I love this. So I think this would be fun to color with blends or watercoloring. All right, and then the hibiscus bundle, which I don't know what I did with it, but it's out there. I think, have I shown it before? I don't know. Or wait, is it on my shelf already? I've actually already been using it. Oh yes, it's right here. Or no, it's not. Or yes, it is. Oh my gosh, seriously, you guys. Are you just like wondering if I have myself together? Utterly amazing. And then I'll give you the hibiscus. So, and again, super cute. This is the subject of our class, and these cards are going to make you happy. They just are. But I love the dies that are in here. We've got the log and the like seaweed and bubbles and all the things. So little fishies, it's going to be a lot of fun. And the DSP is so awesome. There's DSP that coordinates with this. Also some cording and some pearls. And then we've got the Happy Hibiscus, which is so cute. I love it because it's got some really fun images in it, and then it's a hybrid folder. Whenever there's a folder, I'm happy. So that was a really quick look at what's coming out tomorrow. Now let me show you those other thingies really quick. This is the cording that goes with the otters, and it just feels nice in your hand. It's a little thicker than baker's twine, but not a ton. It's not like jute. It's thinner than jute. So it's kind of just nice, and it's very pretty. And I think this is Lost Lagoon in, Stampin' Up! Colors. Then, yes, Lost Lagoon. Then we've got this gorgeous, and I do mean gorgeous. I think we've had this before, maybe like it was in a combo pack or something, but it's back. It is this just gorgeous gold cording. We're going to use some of this today. So really great. That goes with the hearts. And then, of course, I showed you the hearts. Then there's also some pearls. I don't know where mine are. Offhand, but there's pearls. And they're really kind of cool. They're like, they're kind of shades of Lost Lagoon in color. So that's kind of fun. All right, so there's that. Okay. So we've gone through that. Then the reindeer stamp camp extravaganza. Who does not like an extravaganza, right? We have so much amazing content prepared for you. There are 15 projects. Plus, we're going to do 3 bonus lives, and you will have all the materials to do the bonus lives in your packet, if that makes sense. So, like, it's going to be amazing. There are 12 cards, plus, I think, in addition to that, there's money holders and kind of some treats that we're going to make, like things you could put treats in or little gift packaging. And then there's we're going to make a sampler in one of the lives. So like if you did our let's see, it was the perennial lavender event. We did a sampler then. So this one you could switch your frame out with this, the one we're going to do this time. Anyway, just so much awesome stuff planned. I can't wait. Oh, there's a calendar in there. It's going to be great. So I think if you haven't already registered, please do. I am not quite sold out of boxes, but I'm getting close. I would love to sell them out, but I would love to have you join the fun. So the boxes are jam-packed with goodies that you're going to love. And I think you'll really enjoy the event. So anyway, lots of good stuff there. Now it's happening November 14th through the 17th, but everything's recorded, so don't worry. if you miss it. Oh, this is what I was looking for. There's a picture of those pearls in here, and here they are. So they're kind of cool. I'm not sure where mine are at the moment because my desk is not clean. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here we go. Oh, but I gotta quick throw the comments on my phone so that I can see them because it just helps so much. Okay, so Okay, you wouldn't imagine how hard it is to see comments on your phone while you're live. Maybe you would, I don't know. Okay, open in the app and then I'll be able to see everything. All right. Okay. Oh, Audrey, I'm so glad you like seeing them in person. I totally get what you mean. Because, you know, sometimes it's really hard to tell what, oh, I just X'd out of this. That's funny. It's so hard to tell what things are outside of the actual pictures of them. Error loading. Oh, come on. Let's try this once more. Third time's the charm, right? Okay, so our first card is going to be with the watercoloring. Oh my gosh. Why am I having such trouble today? Okay, here we go. I made it. Now I can see. All right. Okay, so the first card, like I said, is actually the second card. The first card is going to be the first card we finish is going to be our card challenge for November. And like I said, it's so easy, but but we're going to start the second card first so that it has time to dry. So I'm going to start with a piece of white, or I'm sorry, not white. This is Fluid 100 watercolor paper. Goodness, where is my brain? Fluid 100 watercolor paper. Anywho, we are going to just put some water on here. So I've just got clean water on my water brush, my water painter, and I'm just throwing around. And in case you're wondering, I do have like a little thing here of water. And I do that because I squeeze through the water in here so quickly. So I actually like working with a jar of water personally. That's just my personal preference. You do you. But I've got this nice and wet, as you can see. And then we're going to do something fancy. I'm going to show you a little contraband product here. This is what we have been using in my Watercolor Happy course. They are real, bona fide, actual watercolors. Okay. So this is a set of watercolors that I use in my watercoloring quite regularly. I love this set. It's a fantastic set. They come in little tubes, and then you squirt the tubes into this pan. It comes with this big palette thing. And then you can see these are all of the glorious colors. So it's really fun to play with these colors. And one of the things we've been having just the best time with in our Watercolor Happy is mixing colors. So I'm going to give you the choice of pinks and purples or aquas, like aquas and greens for this card. So let me know. Actually, I'm not even going to give you a choice. I'm kidding. We're doing aquas and greens. And the reason is because our other cards are like in the pink and red spectrum because of the DSP. So, so the first thing I like to do with my watercolors are, and I just got to figure out what I did since I've been jibber jabbering all this time, is take a spritzer and I spritz them. Now, that will kind of get things rolling. Okay, so that just wets them down and activates them. Then what I'm going to do is take my water painter and we're going to start coloring. So we're just going to add some different colors. And my favorite color probably on this palette in the aqua shade, because I mean, let's be honest, I have all kinds of favorites, is this peacock blue. It's kind of a aqua-ish color, turquoisey sort of color, and we're just gonna blend it on. And the first thing I love about these colors is they're just so vibrant, and you can just add color and mix it up, and it is glorious. like this. Okay. So I've got all kinds of color there. Now I'm going to add another color. This is another one of my faves. This is sap green. So it's a beautiful, kind of bright granny apple green kind of color, but then you can see it mixes to form a different color. So it's really fun. Okay. And then I can rinse my brush out. I'm going to pick up some more of that color right off my palette and just dab this on. Now you can 100% do this with your reinkers, as I've shown you many times before, but I just thought it would be fun to kind of take a look at this. And then we're going to throw one more color in here, and I think I'm going to do cobalt blue. This is a color that is a little more blue and less aqua. And we're just going to kind of mix this in for some variety and interest. You can see this is really wet. Okay, so that's fun. And then one of my favorite things to do is to spritz, which, let's get these cards out of the way because this is going to ruin anything near it. Okay, so to spritz, you know I'm a big fan of spritzing all kinds of things. So I like to spritz some different colors on here. So I'm going to take indigo. Indigo is like it's almost black. It's a really, really dark blue indigo, as you probably know, right? I mean, this is not a secret. And I'm just going to tap it on here, and that's going to give me some little speckles. So I loaded up my brush. It's real wet with the indigo, and then I'm tapping it literally against my finger. I'm not even tapping very hard. And then what happens is it sort of feathers out and goes all over, which is really fun. Okay, so we're done with that. So now what we're going to do is let this bad boy dry. Again, Fluid 100 watercolor paper. This absolutely would not work on regular cardstock. It would be trash. So Fluid 100 watercolor paper. And what's fun is you can kind of let things mix and swirl. You can see that the spritzes I did are kind of disappearing, but that's okay. We can bring them back. I'll show you how later. We just got to let it dry for a little bit. All right, so let's come back to our first official project, which is our Fun Fold and the Challenge card for November. So we're going to start with, and this is kind of fun. So I'm going to start with a quarter sheet of Melon Mambo, and it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so a full quarter sheet. And you can see I die cut a heart out of this, and you'll see why in just a minute. Then I've got a piece of Designer Series paper from this gorgeous paper that is 4 inches by 8 1/2. And we're going to give that a little score. And we're going to score it at 5 1/4. And then I'm thinking to myself, did I cut the right size? We might need to trim just a touch off of this. Okay, we'll decide. We're going to cut some off. Okay, so I said 8 1/2, but I really meant 8. 4 by 8. We'll just take that little piece and save it for something else. Okay, so there we go. So I was not accounting for the fact that the base of this, I would want it to be 5 1/4, not 5 1/2. Okay. So 8 by 8 inches by 4 inches. Really simple. And we're just folding it over, scored at 5 1/4. So easy, right? Obviously. Okay, now what we're going to do is actually adhere this to our card base, which again is that quarter sheet. And I'm just going to take and adhere this like so. And we're going to use the heart that I die cut. Sorry. I'm going to use the heart that I die cut out of here. Out of the back. But it's so cool because you can see the DSP peeking through on the back of your card. And I think that's just fine. And I'm going to grab this stamp set, and I'm going to stamp crafted with you in mind on the back. And then the heart is like love, right? It's going to be awesome. Okay. So I just thought this was kind of a fun way to get more out of my paper. Now, if my card was the kind that, if the layer of Melon Mambo was the kind that I would open my card, I would not do this. I would not cut out of the back. But because it's not an opening card in the traditional sense, that's why you can do this. So that's the back of my card. Okay, let's go back to the front of my card. All right, so we've got this cute little card started here. And what I love about this is you can see both sides of your designer series paper. And you can do a couple of things here. You could put, depending on what paper you're using, you might not be able to write over the designer series paper. This is a pretty decent pattern. You know, if you use a blue or a black ink pen, you can write in here just fine. If it's not a pattern you can write over, then you can just add in a piece of white. If you want both patterns to show, your white can just be over here. So it's kind of up to you. This is also a great way to make a card, a gift card holder. So you could just literally glue dot a gift card in there. So if you needed a gift card holder, maybe with some holiday paper for the upcoming holidays, that would work really well. Okay, so whatever you want to do with that. Just giving you a few options. Now I've taken and die cut from my little bundle this heart. And by the way, you could do this card this way too, and it can open like this. But we're going to do it this way. And then I've also die cut this little heart, or smaller heart, I should say. And it's got all this cool paper piercing in it, which I think is fun. Okay, so we've got our heart on here, and we're going to adhere it to our card. This is out of gold foil. And a little tip about gold foil. Have you ever noticed sometimes when you die cut gold foil, you can get all these marks in the foil? If you want to alleviate those marks, put between the foil and your die, put a piece of, or actually even just on top of it, just put a piece of like typing paper, and that will protect it. And what I mean by that are the little marks in your plastic, because really your plastic stays clear for just a couple of passes before it gets even just some dents and cut marks in it. I generally keep one of my cutting plates as clean as can be. You can see this one has been used quite a bit. And then the bottom one is the one that really has the cut marks. And some of your cut marks are both of your plates like this, right? So if you want to get a nice piece of gold foil without any of those little lines from your plates, just put a piece of typing paper over the top, and that will protect it before you run it through. So what I mean by that is between the paper and the plate. And it can be on top of the die or underneath the die, as long as it's just between the paper you're cutting and the plate you're cutting with, if that makes sense. Okay. Anyway, I hope that is a good tip for you, by the way, because that always bugs me. I don't like it when my beautiful untouched gold foil has like stuff on it, right? Okay, so I'm going to add my heart right here. You can see I left a little bit of room down here because we're going to do some stamping. And then I have this beautiful heart that I die cut. Now this is kind of the design. Pardon my dies are kind of all a mess here, but it's got the design in it, which is really fun. Okay, so I thought it would be cool if we sort of jazzed up. You know how I like to jazz stuff up. Jazzed up this by doing a little Wink of Stella on here. So I'm going to literally put some Stella on each of these little leaves in this pretty little pattern. And I think that's just fun. It's going to dry, so all you'll see is a little bit of the sparkle, but I think it's super cute. And it's a great way to just kind of make this fancy. Who doesn't like fancy, right? Okay. So we'll color these up. Color. And it will just be a nice little extra touch on this card. Oops, I went outside the lines, but luckily nobody is policing me on that. So, whew, there are no coloring police here today. Thank goodness. Can I please share again what watercolor brand you use? Yeah, I'll put it, I'll put all my supplies in here. It's called Mission, and I can link it to the specific set because it's a really great set. Okay. All right. Then we're going to pop this up. And what I want to do is put some of this gold cording in between here and here. Okay, so you can kind of do whatever you're comfortable with. One way is to just like, you know, sort of loop a bunch of loops and stick it under there like that. That's possible. That looks terrible. It would look better if you did it for reals. What I kind of like doing is just tying a big bow like this so that the loops stick out from the heart. And that's a little too big. Okay, so like a bow like that. Okay, that's easy because you can control it a little better. So we'll do that with this. And then you can just kind of stick it down with a glue dot, and then the emboss or the dimensionals will sort of hold it together like that. And I'm so excited that you guys are looking forward to the reindeers. It's really going to be fun. Okay, so super cute. Then what I want to do is stamp my sentiment. Except for what I stamped on the back. These are all going to be from this bundle. And I think, I wasn't going to do this, but I think it is kind of a great idea. We're going to stamp it in some gold. And do I have my gold? Yes, I do. All right, so I'm just going to drop my embossing buddy on my card here. Grab my Versamark. And it says sending lots of love. Now, obviously, this is Valentine-y, but I think it's definitely lives well beyond Valentine's, you know? Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of paper here and dump my gold. I have not put my gold in my usual embossing containers, so. All right, so there we have sending. Okay, we're going to heat emboss. And I know I'm playing with fire because I'm heat embossing over the powder that's just out loose, but we're doing it and it's going to be okay. Everyone's going to survive. And then we have this nice little gold touch on here to go with all the other gold, which I kind of love. Okay, so there we go. So there is our card. But wait, there's more. First off, we got to get rid of this powder because I know somebody out there is like, Tina, you're killing me. I understand. Okay. Then we're going to take our cute little hearts and we're going to sprinkle a few of those on here. So for that, I like using my Take Your Pick tool. But this is such a super cute and super easy card that you could very, very easily create and participate in our card challenge for November. All right, so I just kind of put 3 hearts on there and then you can write in here. You could add your gift card. You could add a note here. You could do whatever you want. like extra writing space, whatever you need. But it's such a simple card, but so fun. And so many papers look amazing with this. And then there's the cute little kind of spy hole in the back. I don't know if that's really what that is. You know how I like to create new names, invent new names, stamping names of things. So anyway, I think a really fun card. And again, I think this is not necessarily Valentine's Day. Sending lots of love is just for anybody, for any time. So there we go. Okay, now let's come back to this paper. Now I can see that and I was a little afraid of this, my spritzing was too early, and so it's just kind of dissolved into the background. But that's all right. This is starting to dry. You can see it's pretty wet right here, but we can spritz again. So let's do that one more quick time. I'm going to get my water painter. I'm going to get some of that dark indigo paint. And then I'm going to close my ink pad. Oh my gosh. And then I'm going to kind of make sure my surface is at least somewhat protected. And then we're going to spritz again. And now you can see the colors are not blending quite as much. And we're going to help this process along. So where it's really wet, you can see that it's just kind of dissipating. And then where it's not as wet, it's not dissipating as much. It's holding its shape. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. But you know what? I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to add some more color to it. Now, whenever you watercolor, it's going to dry lighter than it was. So you can see that here. So let's take and let's make this a little brighter. Now, I don't want to lose all of those areas. So I'm just going to come and pick up my cobalt blue, and I'm just going to kind of paint some on here. Oh, I'm messing this up good, real good. But I'm adding water to kind of blend it into the area behind it, and that's helping. And then I'm going to add more paint to make those areas nice and vibrant. And I just have to tell you, I don't like this at all. This is so not what I had in my head for this card. But let's see if we can resurrect it. I don't know. It might not happen. Maybe, but probably not. Okay. All right, we're going to come back to this. We got to let it dry some more. Still not what I had in mind. Okay, but we got another layer of paint on it. Sometimes it's all about the layers. All right, next up, let's make a nice, easy card. And I've got a fun little suggestion on this. So first off, I'm going to start with a crumb cake card base, which I love doing crumb cake card bases because I think they go great with a lot of colors, with any colors really. Then I have, let's see, I've got a 3x5 piece of Designer Series paper. This is the back side. And I die cut from the same pattern, this die. So this is that same pattern. But I'm going to put one side on the front of my card, and then the other side is going to be this. So I just love how there's some gold on there. Okay. Then I'm going to attach this to a 3 1/8 by 5 1/8. Wait, that's not right. 3 1/4. That's right. 3 1/4 by 5 1/8 inch piece of DSP, and I'm going to line it right up to the top edge. So there's only 3 edges are going to be showing the black. Okay. And we'll put that paper. By the way, I also considered doing this pattern. You can see I already cut it. That's from the DSP. I love this pattern too. But ultimately I chose to do this one. Okay, so I've got that all lined up on there, which looks fantastic. Did the promo end for becoming a demonstrator? Yes, it ended October 31st. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. So I'm going to put this on my card like this. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to stamp. Okay. So, where is my sentiment? Ooh. Ah, here it is. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gone. Okay, it says, my heart belongs to you, which I think is super fun. And we're going to stamp it right here at the bottom. Now, whenever I stamp on designer series paper in black, I like to use StazOn. I feel like that works really well for being opaque over a printed or colored, paper. And so I really like that. You can use Memento, but I just think StazOn works a little better. Okay, so my heart belongs to you, and oh, so fun. So I love the black and red on here. Okay, then we're going to add our heart. So I put it on here and I was like, okay, that looks nice, but I felt like it needed a little contrast between the designer series paper here and the designer series paper of the heart. So I die cut a second heart of the same size because the next size up was like way bigger. And we're going to put it on here like that. So like that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that onto my heart with a little seal. And you can kind of arrange it however you want, but just a little offset from one another. And that is where this heart comes from, because you can see I cut it out of this background layer. I love doing that because it both saves paper and you don't have to find another scrap or another piece, cut a piece, that kind of thing. So it's handy. Okay, then we're going to take and wrap a little bit of this gold around the top. That's why I've not adhered this. Normally I get all excited and I do adhere it, but this time I thought it through. So yay, Dina. Sometimes it's hard to think things through in a live. All right, so I've tied that around a couple times. I've got a little space on the end, and we're going to tie a bow. I just love this gold, whatever this is, thread, what have you. It's very much, it's not wired, but it almost feels like it could be. I think it's just the material it's made from. And so it just holds its shape really nicely. It doesn't go flat. It holds that bow, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think it looks great. Okay, now I also want to pop that over so there's a crisscross. Come on, work with me. And then I can spread it out just a hair. And there we go. Oh, so fun. Now we're going to stick this onto our card, and I'm going to run my adhesive right over that just to kind of hold it into place. And we'll pop it onto our card like this. Okay. And then I'm going to pop this heart up because I just think it's so fun. And then we're going to embellish. Oh, I love it. Okay, next up, let's take some hearts. And then we've got more happening on the inside of our card. Okay, so I'm just going to put a heart right there, and another heart right here, and another heart kind of up here. Oh, so cute. Okay. Then let's do the inside. Now for the inside of our card, we're gonna kind of switch things around just a little. I have set up on my stamp positioner this really cute heart that goes on here. It is kind of got the same sort of leafy pattern, similar leafy pattern as my designer series paper. So that's why I chose it. Now, if you don't have a stamp positioner, don't worry, you can just stamp it and then die cut it. But what I love about this is if you wanted to make a bunch of these cards, this is how you're going to do it. So I've die cut. So the background is very vanilla, but the heart I'm actually doing is basic white. And we're going to stamp it in some real red ink. Okay, so I'm just going to ink this up. And then we'll stamp it on here like so. And what I love about that, except the part where it flies off and now I can't find it. Oh, here it is there we go. We've got a cute little heart that's going to go on the inside of our card. And it's going to be a wonderful contrast to the crumb cake of the background. So isn't that fun? Okay, but wait, there's more. I also wanted to add a little bit. So this says, my heart belongs to you. So I was going to do the little XOXO in here in some Versamark. You could also do crumb cake. But one of the things I love about Versamark is it's kind of light. So it's just sort of a little background. And this might not be showing up super great in the video, but you can see it pretty well outside the video, just FYI. Okay, so I've got a bunch of XOs on here. And then I'm just going to put the heart right there. So that's like my heart that belongs to you. Get it? Hopefully. All right. Sometimes I get more excited about this than probably is necessary. All right. There we go. And then I'm also going to take and add a couple of those hearts to this because they're so thin and flat. They can be put on the inside of cards, which I think is amazing. So let's take a couple of these little ones and just position them, if we can, around our heart. So I'm going to do like 3. So how fun is that? For the inside, there's some hearts on the inside. So there is our cutie patootie card. I just love this, even though I just dropped it in the red ink. Nobody will know. Just trim a little sliver off if you need to. And then I'm going to close this up because I know somebody's out there going, Dina, I know. You got to admit, though, I have a lot of ink pads open on my desk and very few problems. Not that I should, but anyway. Okay, so there's that. Oh, so cute. Now let's come back to that watercolor paper. I can see it's still wet. Let's dry it off. And the one thing I love about this paper is it blends so nicely. You don't get those harsh lines like you would on other types of paper, which is fun. And the fact that we're using paint versus just like our re-inkers on this one gives a little bit more, I don't know if texture is the right word, but texture, I guess. We'll use texture. So that's kind of fun. It's just a little different. Ooh, I still have some wetness on this side, so that's good. Okay, we do want to make sure this is really good and dry, so I'm going to heat this just a little bit longer. So I really want to make sure it's dry. Okay, so there we go. All right. Now we're going to die cut this with this great big heart, which is part of our bundle. And I'm also thinking, well, maybe I'll do that last. We're going to put some Winkostella spritz on here, but we're going to probably do that last. So let me quick run this through my machine. Again, you really want this to be dry before you start die cutting it. Otherwise it won't die cut very well. And there we go. I'm starting to like it a little more. Okay, so then I'm gonna take my Stella and bring back my paper, and I'm gonna do that last. Sorry. Okay, so we've got this on here, just lovely. Now let's build up our card for this. So I've got a thick white card base. So we'll give this a crease, and we want to make sure our work surface is not full of paint. Now again, if you don't have the paints, you don't need the paints to make this card. You can use your ink pads and reinkers, but it's just kind of fun to play with the paints sometimes. So I've got this panel embossed 4x5 1/4 with the distressed tile. You could do any folder. I was actually going to use the So Swirly folder, but I used it last week, so I thought, well, we'll mix it up a little. But So Swirly would be super cute with this as well. Okay, so that's on my card, and then we're going to add this to the outside, which I just love. Now, you can do a variety of different things here. You could stamp and heat emboss with the gold again, or you could do what I'm going to do, which is to stamp in my StazOn. I want to use my StazOn because we're on watercolor paper, and I want it to be kind of really looking good and opaque. So I'm going to stamp Love You on here. So a nice big heart with nice big words on top, and that looks great. Oh, another option would be to stamp Love You on a piece of black cardstock in Versamark and then heat emboss it with white powder. That would also be one of my faves. All right, so we've got Love You on here. And we're going to pop this up all over our card. So I think one of my favorite things is to just watercolor and see what happens. You can do this card in any color combination you want. I know I was going to give you the option of different colors, and then I changed my mind and said no, but yellows, pinks and purples, blues and aquas, greens, any of these colors would be just so fun. You could do just shades of blue, lighter and darker concentrations of your reinker or your paint, and that would be just wonderful. Okay, so you can see I put a lot of dimensionals on here. So I love the great big heart on here. I just think it's so fun. Again, you could do this with designer series paper. You can do whatever floats your boat. And then we're going to put a little bit of our trim in here. This gold trim is the best. Okay. And I just love how on the white card, especially, the colors just really pop out. Now we could have put this on, like an Azure Afternoon card, a Granny Apple Green card, a Night of Navy card, there's so many Misty Moonlight. Any of those colors are really going to shine through. But I love those little splatter marks. I think they just add some richness and depth to the card. And you can kind of play with how many spritzes you get on here based on when you do it, how wet your card is. You'll get more, feathered out ones. You can see kind of almost dissolve into the background. And then these ones over here where the cardstock was more dry when I did it, those ones are a little bit crisper looking. So it's really fun to play with that. Of course, we're going to add some more hearts to this. My gosh, these hearts are just the best. They're flat and fabulous. Oh, but before we do that, we're going to spritz because we don't need the spritz on top of our hearts because it probably won't ever dry. All right, so for spritzing, I'm going to take and just smack this Wink of Stella over something like a bone folder, pair of scissors, marker, what have you. I'm smacking it pretty hard, so if you need to get some aggression out about the election, this is a good way to do it, and then it's pretty at the end. Okay, so there we go. Love you. All right, and then on the inside, you can stamp another one of those sentiments like my heart belongs to you. This would be just super cute. And remember, we had this paper left, so we could take like a little sliver of this. That might actually be fun. And put it on. It's not a very big sliver, but it is a little sliver, and that would carry my design through. Depending on how you cut yours, you might have a little more. I just used a scrap. So I'm just going to glue that right there, because why not? And I will actually use my glue because it's such a thin little strip here. So we'll just put a little bit of liquid glue. And I know it's not long enough, but I don't care. It's going to work just fine. And look at the contrast of that paper. Now, this is so funny because I did not like this when I was painting it, but then when I die cut it, I kind of really liked it. So I think what's really fun about this too is to take and die cut hearts, big hearts, little hearts, whatever, and make cards out of them after you've watercolored. I think that's just so fun. And watercoloring, again, is just such a really wonderful opportunity to use some... Oh, maybe we'll do Love You. No, I want the other one. There we go. My heart belongs to you. And then we'll stamp that in black too. And I think since I have my Stays On out, we'll just do Stays On. Oh, so fun. Another possibility would be depending on how much of that leftover paper, watercolored paper you have, which here's mine. You could die cut smaller hearts to put on the inside here, whatever. There's just so many options. All right, now we're going to add a couple hearts. So watercoloring is just the best. And the funny thing is like, I can't stress enough. I did not like this at all when we were making it. I'm like, oh dear, what am I doing? But now I love it. And I think part of it is after I die cut it, I liked it more. And then the other part is that when you put it on this beautiful crisp white card with the embossing, I don't know, I just think it looks fancy. Ooh, another thing we could do is unravel the ends of these a little bit. I'm just kind of twisting them in the opposite direction. You can see that sort of ravels the ends a little bit. That's just a fun little touch. Okay, back to our hearts. So then we've got these cutie patootie little hearts that we can embellish our card with. And they are so fun. All right, now a reminder, if you would like to get some of these hearts for free, you can just place a $75 order in my online store between now and Sunday, and we will send them to you. I'm going to kind of load up on the hearts because we can on this one. Oh, just so much fun. And they're flat, so you can mail this card and nobody at the post office is going to say boo about it because it's nice and skinny. How fun is that? I'm going to put another card, another heart right on here. Ah, so fun. I love that you can put them on the inside. I love embellishments that allow for embellishing on the inside of cards. So anyway, there is my card. Let's bring my other cards back in. So I hope you will join me for my card challenge. I guess I didn't write down the dimensions, but this is just a 4 by 8 inch piece of designer series paper on a quarter sheet of cardstock. I will write that in when I post it in my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook page for you tomorrow. So I hope you loved these cards. Notice, not a Valentine in the bunch. There is a Happy Valentine's sentiment in this set, which obviously you could make Valentine's cards out of this bundle, but I really feel strongly that this set is great without that, you know. And also, we didn't use this little flower here, but I love this. I was going to, but then I switched DSPs. I would have put the flower in the center of this one like I did the heart. So anyway, lots of fun stuff today. I hope you had a great time. I hope this lightened your mood and took your mind off of the craziness in the outside world. And I hope you all have a good day tomorrow. If you haven't voted, I will say please vote. Oh my goodness, there's just never been a more important time to vote. So please, please, please vote. And yeah, thank you for being here. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to register for the Reindeer Fun Stamp Camp Extravaganza because we are going to have so much fun. Boxes are shipping out in a couple days. That's why I want you to get registered because those boxes are going out. Anyway, have a great day, friends. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.